Hello?
Good morning, Hudson. This is Robert with Firestone.
Yeah, Robert. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. Like I was telling you, yesterday I was in and out, and today I'm on the road this morning. But I did get all the information yesterday evening that I wanted to look at to
Okay.
see what was going on. And I also called some other customers from that day, and just to get an idea, as to whether or not we service them the right way or not. So here's my conclusion.
Okay.
First of all, the store had two people working, one up front, one in the back, which is understaffed, which is obvious.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly than that, I talked to Jason, who's the teammate who refused the service to you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and I've known Jason for about 5 years, and I've not had any concerns, problems from people other than we're too busy to work on cars at that store at certain times because of our staffing issues.
Mm-hmm.
So what I feel happened, and again, I feel pretty confident because I did a thorough investigation that, you were not discriminated against based on anything, the religion, or anything. It was more of just, you didn't even think about the fact that it could or could not service you, and then they presented it to you.
I'm sorry, it's cutting off. I cannot hear you. Would you repeat this again?
Okay, well, I don't know where I stopped. Where did you stop hearing me?
When you said you are not discriminated against based on religion or...
Okay. What I said was that what happened appears to me that happened was he was just overwhelmed by what was going on. Even though he wasn't that busy, he just thought he couldn't service any more customers that day and refused business based on that. I understand, because like I said, I did talk to some other customers, and they basically told me that they were, they didn't think that the time it took to do their car was fast enough, and that it took too long. So the whole thing was that they were understaffed and they didn't have enough people working in the shop that day.
How about the customer before me when he asked him to come back after 30 minutes?
I did check into that. I did check into that customer,
Mm-hmm.
and I talked to that customer, and their car wasn't ready in 30 minutes when he told them to come back. It was ready 2 hours later. So what he told them, it didn't happen. And it wasn't that, he didn't try to get it done. It was just him and one other person working. So that's what happened, and they were not able to get the job done in a timely fashion.
Well, again, I mean, if he estimated, I'm not asking when did they pick it up, but if he estimated he can finish in 30 minutes, I didn't see why not taking another customer who just came right after them and, and he still have 2 hours to close.
Sure, and I understand that, but what ended up happening, like I said, is they didn't pick up that vehicle till 4:30. It wasn't completed till 4:30.
Well, again, it's not about when they picked it up. It's about how long he estimated the car to be finished, and based on that, he should have accepted me because he still has 2 hours to close. So if the last customer gonna finish his order after 30 minutes, he still have 1 hour and a half. He's not gonna just sit there for 1 hour and a half not doing anything, right?
Well, yes and no. They did have other cars that they still had to get done that day.
Yeah, but I would imagine if the last customer will finish his car after 30 minutes, that means all other cars will be done before that, right?
Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
We could have been waiting. We could have been waiting on a part for another vehicle. There's a lot of scenarios because we do work on more than one car at a time in the shop. The technician that was working on 2 cars, and we had one car that was waiting for if I'm not mistaken, a fuel filter. So the bottom line is he didn't service you, and he should have serviced you, and I agree 100%. And we actually, that's what I've been doing this week in my meetings, is have meetings with stores, explaining to them how we must make sure that if we have to stay late for our customers, then that's what we need to do. So I'm addressing it with not just that store, but all 24 of my stores.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, a question, if you don't mind. Did he accept any other customers that day after I left?
They accepted one at 4:45 for a flat repair.
Okay, so how would you explain this?
They were finished their cars at 4:30, and that customer came in at 4:45 for a flat repair. And because he was finished, he took it.
Mm-hmm. So this is not doesn't raise questions. This is doesn't I mean.
Right.
I,
Sure, it raises questions.
I mean, for me, it's obvious there is an issue here. For me, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe because it happened to me. Could be, but honestly, I feel he didn't take the right decision. And
Well, I agree.
mm-hmm.
There's no doubt that I don't agree with that.
Right.
I don't think the decision to not service you had anything to do with anything other than he didn't think he could get your car done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's based on everything that I've looked into, that's what I see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's your conclusion. So. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we had several different nationalities come in on that day. We had Hispanic, we had African American, we had white, we had numerous, and just the fact that you came in at a period and he told you he couldn't service you was unfortunate, and he should have stayed late to get you done if that's what needed to be done, which, again, we've explained to him and covered with him very in depth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, anything else you want to tell me other than that?
Well, I would like to get your oil changes done for you at no charge, if that would be something we could accommodate you with.
No, thank you. This is not a big deal for me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.